y'all, what just happened to me the other day, because I hear about these things happening to a lot of people, now that TikTok is so freaking popular and so many things are just viral on there, that as much as I hear about it, it's kind of hard to, see it happen often. And then on top of that, for you to hear about it versus actually going through it is so freaking crazy. I hear about it all the time. And what I'm referring to is all these horror stories of these people booking these days with hairstylists, freaking nail techs, like lash techs, just anybody that's like providing a service these days through their own means. And let me just say, like in the previous video, I kind of said a little bit about my situation with my nails. From the previous video that I made, I had no nails, and I kind of said a little bit that I was excited because I had just booked a nail tech in my area that it looked like she did amazing work. She had amazing freaking like videos and pictures of her work. And I haven't gotten my nails done in a long time. So I have been doing my own nails for years, and that is because I feel like it's just really hard to find someone that you really like and that will be professional enough to basically book with them. And honestly, before then, which even till this day, a lot of the times, if it's not me doing my own nails, it'll be my sister because she used to do nails. So it'll be, here and there when she will do my nails. And the thing is, when I do my nails, I mainly do gel extensions. That's basically what I feel comfortable working with. It's so easy for me because I'm always on the go, so it just works better for me. And when I go with my sister, she will do acrylic, but a lot of the times I don't go with her because she just lives way too far from me. So as I'm looking at this girl that I'm booking, like I made sure to read all her policies before I book her. I make sure to look at everything and that it works for me before I go through with it. So another thing that I do as well to kind of see how they are or communicate is I'll message them before I go through with the booking to also confirm before I do that and, not have anything unexpected come up. So y'all, I message her and I literally say, hey, I really love your work. Your work is so freaking beautiful. Can you please quote me for these nails? And then I sent her a picture. Y'all, her answering was so vague that automatically when I am messaged like that, I would just go ahead and avoid you because I don't have time for it. And she responded back with, that's gonna be, and she gave me a price. Honestly, it was like 115. It was around there. I remember it was above 100, and I was perfectly fine with it. Everybody around my area, their starting prices are like at 65, and that is for like the most basic thing that you can get, which is one solid color, and that's it. And a lot of the times they don't even offer short nails, they just start with this size and longer. And honestly, I was going to get something probably like this or a little bit longer. I didn't care, y'all. I didn't care about the price. I didn't care about, oh, that you don't offer like short nails. I didn't care about any of that because I knew I wanted to get my nails done and I was looking for a specific date. She had the date, she had the time, and I was good to book. And then on top of that, she only required a $15 deposit, which a lot of the times these people want a 50% deposit. And then they have all these absurd ass policies that you want, you know, to avoid basically. But they just make it so difficult, to out of topic. But for example, y'all, like one of the other people that I looked at when I was reading their policies, y'all, it said no kids, no pets, literally, and no restrooms. Why are you offering a service that takes at least 2 hours and longer and say that you don't have a restroom for your guest? And then your prices are minimum 75 and higher. What in what world are you living in? Because why are you even providing a service if you don't have a restroom for that long? To me, like when I see that kind of stuff, I'm just gonna go ahead and avoid you. Like that's just what it is. And that's another reason why I don't get like my nails done or like my feet done or anything like that. Like I just avoid it because people are out here walking with no brain cells. So automatically, she wasn't too demanding with her policy. If I can remember, I would try to put a screenshot here so that y'all can see what I'm talking about. But overall, I was like, perfect. Like, I will refuse to do a 50% deposit because at that point, I'm risking losing more than you ever could. So, if you automatically require that, just know I will never go with you. And that's that. So, I look for specific people that will work with the type of stuff that I am willing to do. And, they can have all the policies they want, and that's that. And if something is just not acceptable to me, I'm just not going to do it because that's my money. So in this case, I was like, I already don't like communication. I don't like how she's saying stuff. I don't like how she's just being so vague, but she has the time I need, the day I need. Her deposit and policies all are like pretty workable with. So I was like, okay, well, you know, that sounds good with me. And then she didn't reply back. So I was like, okay. I go in her thing, I try to book with her. And as I'm looking to book, she has like four, I don't want to say like pictures, but she has like four options basically for nails. And then one of them was I think it was like customized full set or something, and all the other ones were like other stuff like charms and just things like that in freestyles. So I was like, I don't know which one I would specifically book for because she also had another one that was called I don't want to say her name, so let's just say for example her name was I don't know, Lisbeth, right? So her name, so on this last option, she had spoke to Liz set, full set, or something like that. So I messaged her again and I'm like, hey, can you please tell me on which one I would book you with? And, she already seen the picture I sent her. And I was like, I just want to make sure I book correctly. So she sends back, she tells me which one to book, and then boom, I go in there and do it. So another thing that she had in her policy that she required was that right after you book with her, she requires for you to send the deposit immediately after you book with her. Otherwise, she will cancel your appointment. So I made sure I follow that and all of her rules, how she had them on there because I don't need no problems. I need my nails and I need to be out. So I booked her. I confirmed with her basically. She quoted me. Price was perfectly fine with me. I was willing to spend the money on these nails. That had already been planned. That was perfect, not an issue with me. So I booked her, sent her the deposit, and basically, y'all, like I don't end up hearing from her. I messaged her to get the address and whatnot. She said you'll receive that the day of the appointment or the night before. So I was like, perfectly fine, whatever. So y'all, fast forward to these 2 weeks where I'm supposed to get my nails done with her. I don't end up hearing from her the night before the appointment. So I'm just like, okay, I'm probably gonna hear from her tomorrow in the morning. So I don't hear from her, y'all, in the morning that entire day. So I'm like getting ready, trying to head my way and making sure that I arrive there on freaking time, y'all. Like my appointment was at freaking 4. And I just thought that was like the best time for me. And she had availability. So I was like, perfect, right? So as the day is going by, I'm like, I'm gonna message her real soon because I'm not trying to be late, because I'm not about to argue with someone and then have a whole ass late fee, right? So she ends up actually messaging me before I messaged her, and she's like, hey, I just want to confirm that you'll be here at 4 or whatever. So I was like, perfect, right? I messaged her, I said, yes, I will be there, and that. And then she ended up asking me again for another picture of the inspired or the inspo set. So I was like, I did send it to her already, but okay, whatever, I'll just send it again. So I send it back to her and I tell her again something like this, and I send her the picture. And if I'm not mistaken, the picture had like charms and a whole bunch of extra bling on there. And I told her specifically that I didn't care for the charms or like the diamonds or crystals or whatever it is that goes extra. I just wanted the nail art, and that's pretty much also I wasn't being picky about it. I just wanted something similar. I didn't care if it didn't look exactly the same as the picture. I did not care. I told her I want something in this kind of style. So, y'all, after that, I didn't end up hearing from her again. So, time is like, y'all, it's getting late. Like, when you're waiting for something, time goes by fast. And then on top of that, I have to make the drive because I had my day arranged the way that it has to work for me, and I have to go to my siblings before I go to her. So I go to my siblings and I get there like 2 hours ahead of time, and like that was just perfect for me, And as the time is passing, I'm like, okay, like it's kind of getting late, right? 30 minutes, y'all, before the freaking appointment. I had not heard from her, and I messaged her, hey, you never sent me the address. It's 30 minutes before the appointment. I just want to make sure that I don't get there late. So, from where I was at, let's just say where she said that her city was, where she's located, is at least 15 minutes. So it's not that far. It's literally like really close to where I was at. So I was like, perfect, even if she tells me last minute, it shouldn't take me that long to get there. Y'all, she ends up responding. My appointment was at 4. Keep that in mind. She responded at 4:12. At 4:12, y'all, and she's just like, she didn't even like, here's the thing, I asked her for the address. She responded back with something completely different. She was like, hey, I'm so sorry, can you please give me until 4:30? And that's that. Like, she didn't give me no reason or nothing, and that's it. So I was like, okay, like whatever, right? So at this point, like, we're already late. Like, I was just like, whatever, I'm not that far. So 4:30, right? Y'all, she did not message me after I told her that's perfectly fine, I'll see you out there at 4:30. She never responded back to me, y'all. So as 4:30 hits, I'm livid. I'm so livid because you're inconsiderate, you have no communication skills, and basically like this is no way of freaking working. So I was so upset at that point, and I was like, I'm giving her 5 minutes before I bluntly ask her for my money back because I was not having it anymore. So, y'all, 6 minutes go by. It's 4:36, and she messages me, and she's like, "Hey, let me know when you're outside. I haven't heard from you." Excuse me? You haven't heard from me. Y'all can just imagine how pissed off I was. It was almost, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but to me it was almost a whole hour after my initial appointment time, because also consider the time it's gonna take me to get there. So 4:36, and she messages me that BS. So I was already pissed off, and I don't even respond politely anymore. I don't try to sugarcoat anymore. I'm just like, you never sent me the address, and that's all I say. I even abbreviated it because that's how hot I was. So I sent that to her, she responded back, and y'all, she literally says, WTF, I am so sorry. And then, like, a whole minute goes by, and then she messages me again, and she's just like, I am so sorry. I could swear I sent it to you. I am not going to have time, basically, to do your nails anymore. I can take you in tomorrow at 9 a.m. Y'all, I'm getting pissed just thinking about it because you made me late for it. You're unconsiderate AF. You have no communication skills. You have all these stupid policies and lists that you want people to follow. And this comes to my, like, this one video that I saw on TikTok keeps popping up in my head ever since that day, because I saw this lady on TikTok who was talking about the exact same situation with these people because they played with her about her hair that day. And so I remember how she said, if you're going to charge us fees for any little thing, for being late, for canceling late, for all these other BS things, why are you not providing me a discount for you being irresponsible, for you being inconsiderate, for you being late? Where is my effing discount? So when she offered to do them the next day at 9 a.m., y'all, I was hot and livid. And what I really wanted to tell her was, well, with the fact that you're inconsiderate, you played with my time, and I followed to the T your expectations. You'll see me there at 9 if you can give me a discount. But I was so livid that I knew that if I told her anything aside from what I did, I would basically cuss her out. So all I said was, please send me my deposit back. I didn't acknowledge what she said. I didn't care to talk to her or dispute nothing. I didn't care. All I said was, please send me my deposit back. And you can only imagine how pissed I was after that. Because when she said that she didn't have time to do my nails anymore, she said she had another appointment at 6. I don't care about your other appointment. I don't care. You didn't care about mine. I don't care about your other appointment. Make the other appointment late, just like how you made mine. But you sure aren't going to do that. Y'all, I'm getting pissed just thinking about it because when I do things, I do them with so much planning because I am so short on time all the time. You know, when I say I don't be having days off, that's exactly what I mean. I work a lot of times, days in a row with no days off. And this particular situation was exactly like that. And even if, you know, I would have like took her appointment the next day or whatever, I still wouldn't go. I had my regular working day was the next day. For that specific time, I already had my day off, which was that day where I had booked her. And I was so mad, y'all, because, you know, I was already over there. I had already planned my day to fit her in there with so much time, plenty enough time. And people like her just like to play. So automatically, I was done with her. I asked her for my money back. I do have to give her that at least. She sent me my money back literally the exact same moment that I asked for it, which, you know, that is something that I can appreciate because she wasn't playing with my money, at least, because that would have been a whole other situation. So that I have to at least give it to her because she could have made it worse, basically, like other people do it for others. So At that point, I was livid, and even though she apologized and she said sorry or whatever, quite frankly, I didn't care for it. You play with my time, with my money, and I've been done, like, got with you way before I even booked you. So I can be a really good freaking client. And like, if you basically have me one time as your client and you never hear from me again, there's definitely a reason for it. Y'all, like the girl who does my eyelashes, y'all, she has been done, like, first had me as a client since back in 2017. That was the very first time that I went with her, and ever since I never ever have went with anybody else. Like, that's how much I appreciate the people that do good work. And on top of that, like, I always freaking tip her, even though I am someone who personally hates tipping because one, it's out of control, and two, it's just, I feel like it's so unnecessary when we're already paying you for a service. But when I appreciate someone who does a freaking phenomenal job and you never steer me wrong, like, you never, basically do wrong by your clients, I freaking appreciate that. Like, yeah, like my lash stylist, I will be her client forever. I have went with her from when she first started at her home to when she moved to a new, like, salon, and like now to her new place. So I am someone who can appreciate good work. But when it comes, like, to this kind of stuff, you best believe you will never hear from me again, like, ever. So after that whole situation, I went and I deleted her from my Instagram. I removed her. I blocked her because I don't want to see her ever appear in my feed ever again. Once I've had a situation with you like that, you best believe, like, I will never cross your path, like, ever again. I don't need, like, nails like that. It's not a necessity, it's a want. So, at that, like, I could care even less. So, that left such a bitter freaking taste to me. Something that I think I'm not gonna get over for a while because honestly, y'all, like, that's too much. Like, for people to be doing that so unprofessionally, and to be quite honest, like, the first thing that I think about when I'm booking with these people is, if you're doing things like that, like, one, you're already unqualified. You're working from your home. And a lot of the times, you're not qualified for it. So the fact that people even trust to give you an opportunity, you should be way more than grateful, because I just know that anything could go wrong with someone like you. So that is what happened to me, y'all. I wanted to, get my nails done so bad for Christmas and for February, like, Valentine's Day. And those were the two timings, like, right now, that I really wanted to get my nails done, because I have some plans for those days. And, I really, really wanted to first find someone for Christmas, and, hopefully they were what I was expecting, so that I could go again for Valentine's Day. But that looks like it's just gonna be a skip for now. That basically just happened to me, the past couple of days. And then, when that happened, I literally had to do these, like, super last minute. And I don't really know, like, if I'm a fan of this shade of red. And I ended up, like, doing these, and, honestly, they look super pink on camera. I don't know why it's not, like, actually focusing in, but y'all, the glitter that I used for this was actually not pink, it was white. And I don't understand how it ended up reflecting pink, because it looks so pink, and that was not what I was going for. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't know if I love it. I don't know, y'all. But that is basically my little story of my awful recent experience. So Thank you so much if you heard me till the end, and I will see y'all on the next one.